Thing two. Okay, back on.
Cool. So,
You.
let's see. Yeah, I made. I don't mention this part a lot because I
Okay,
just
what
concentrate on
about
what's going on.
your where's your parents?
Well, my dad's dead. He died like 2 years ago. He wasn't in it.
Okay.
He didn't
They are
born here.
from here?
Oh yeah, I was born here.
Okay.
My mother is just like 5 blocks that way, and
You
she
heard
lives
about the money pit?
the money pit.
Yeah.
Sunken pirate treasure over Mahone Bay.
Yeah.
Heard about it.
Okay.
Read all about it.
Okay. Welcome to that sometime.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I read a few books on that. I was wondering
Yeah.
that, and it would be good to know.
It is something there. There's something there. Anyway, we'll get back to that.
So last
And,
night,
so you're Catholic and everything is. You're like just like me. Do you go to church at Christmas?
no,
No,
I haven't
me
gone to
neither.
church in lots of years.
Lots of people, most part of people, there's no more family relation anymore.
Well,
We're mostly apart.
the good side, the Marshall side, my dad's side,
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with this stuff. They pretty much all died off of lung cancer and stuff. So there's the McMahon side, my mother's side, but she has a loose-knit family. Her parents had 15 kids and they all moved away. And anyway, I messaged a few of them, but
They don't reply. Right?
well, they do, but they're like, "What do you want me to do? How can I help you?" Right? And I'm like, "How can you say that after what I've described to you?" Right? And they're just not really close family, right? They're like, they regard me as an acquaintance. I guess it's just strange, right? I used to hang around with other people's families, and they basically adopt me, right? And anyway, the cool thing that I did my whole life, I used to hang around with this pathological liar guy. And everybody knew that he was lying when he was telling his tall tales, and I seen how they looked at him, and I never wanted to be regarded in that way.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I just made a pact with myself, I would just always tell the truth. And so then whenever I had something really big happen, and I told people, they just instantly believed me because, so I always did. So I told my friends about this, and oh my God, a few of them cried. Someone said, my God, my friend, I have kids, I can't be involved. And, a few of them wanted to help me, but they're like, how can I help you, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, a couple of them were actually brought there and threatened not to help me, not to hang with me.
Who? Who brought them there?
A couple of my friends were brought there, like
We're right there.
yeah, and scared to death. They're not even going to say, unless this becomes world knowledge and people are in the know about it. Then they'll come and say, yeah, they brought me there and held a knife to my eyeball. It's gonna come out all over there. It's gonna spill out.
Yeah.
Like a
They
flood.
don't want to be take like crazy people and go.
Yep. Well,
Go
the
see a
cool thing
psychiatrist
is,
or-
the cool thing is, once someone comes in here and says, "Dude, I got a lie detector test," you better hope you're telling the truth, and I'll go, "Awesome, rig me up." And but the thing is, a crazy person, if they actually believe that it's true, it'll come up as true on the polygraph test, right?
Yeah.
So it can't just be me. And I realize that people can't go up and say, Queen
Polygraph.
Elizabeth, we need the lie detector test you, Queen Elizabeth,
Yeah.
because someone says you're cloning. I know that that's not feasible, it's not going to happen, but you can go and get my mother, you can rig her up. And she actually said at the cloning station, causing much uprisal at the place, she goes, well, if they come at me with a lie detector test, I'm not going to lie and bury myself deeper, right? I'll just say, it's true what he's saying, right?
Wow.
And then everybody's like, you will not. And even Elizabeth herself said, you most definitely will not. You will deny to the last. And but they don't want to, because then if it's proven that they're lying, they figure they're going to be in even deeper, right? And they just want to save themselves because they've been pretty damn gross out there. And pretty malicious on innocent people, me for one. But they all hang around out there like they're super gods. Like if they got god complexes and stuff like doctors get. And Elizabeth says she is the technology god. And then there's Vladimir. Man.
Vladimir
Putin. Vladimir
Oh,
Putin.
yeah.
I'm scared of this guy. I was scared of him before I even seen him at the cloning station because of what I heard about him, right?
He's a reptilian.
He's something, man. He is
He
something.
He
And,
is,
Yeah, it's discouraging how everybody talks about aliens and the reptilians and stuff like that. These people
Mongolia.
told me everything.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it scared me. What the fuck is going on in Mongolia? Why don't we hear about Mongolia?
They aren't telling me hardly anything now. Because I
That's-
tell everybody everything that. But
Yeah.
before, they were telling me everything. I mean, they told me everything. man.
Mongolia, man, there's something there. It's in
Mongolia's
between
a big
Russia,
place. It's a
Russia,
big
and
place.
we don't hear about that. Korea, Russia, Japan, China, Pakistan.
Yeah.
It's all around Mongolia, you know.
Yeah.
What's going on there? That's where the secret is.
Well, there isn't too much there. There's a lot of tundra there and open
Yeah,
spaces.
but there's pyramid. What the fuck is it doing there?
There's, I think, the imperial pyramids there too that are shaped like
something.
pyramids too.
You know, the temple, Borobudur in back in Indonesia.
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Borobudur. Borobudur.
Heard of Angkor Wat in South America and stuff like that, but never heard of
I'll show you something that's gonna be. It's very strange. It's the secret is there. It's Hindu, but
So the cloning station is in
Yeah.
Canada. Or the
Yeah.
one that I'm brought to is in Canada. I've been brought to a few before, but then they all just started bringing me to the same one. And
what is
also-
that must be in Quebec.
Must be what?
In Quebec? In Quebec? Which province?
It
do
must
you
be.
think?
It must be somewhere close to where the Picton murders were done. When they say that was in Vancouver,
Alberta.
it must be somewhere out there because
Yeah.
they had to bring the tapes.
What about art?
Art?
Heart. H-A-A-R.
Well, they never told me that much about that because when they started telling me about they can control the weather. They told me they can cause
Yeah.
earthquakes. Now they
Yeah.
told me all kinds of bullshit too, right?
They did the Japan earthquake. And
Oh, did they?
Tsunami.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Well, they were there. When I was there, they were acting like the tsunami was a big surprise, right?
No, like
And
the 911
they were
did.
worried about it. They actually said that they downplayed it worldwide. It was actually way worse than people said it was. The radiation and stuff, way worse. They said they had to downplay it so bad because there would have been a world panic about it. It's bad, I guess, really bad.
It is.
Anyway, this is
But-
one of the solutions that they had come up with.
Yeah.
A circle of people trying to think of a solution. You know what they were going to do? Well, North Korea, when they did nuclear tests up there, when underground, when the nuke would go off, it caused a major depression in the ground, like a
Yeah.
crater, like
Yeah,
the bomb
yeah,
actually
that's
exploded
it.
on the surface.
That's what the
Now, what
fuck
the
they did.
Japanese were going to do, they were
Yeah.
going to drill a hole into the coast underwater.
that's what they
right?
did.
Insert a nuke and then blow it up underneath of the plant. It would go down into a crater, and the water would rush in and cover it with water. That's one of their solutions, but they didn't want to do that to trigger possibly other earthquakes. There was a
Fuck,
big
man.
debate about it, right? And then they never did that, and then they just kept on spraying it, and they want to concrete it and stuff. They told me so much stuff, man. I'm telling you everything. I'll tell you everything.
There was a big whirlpool. Have you seen the whirlpool when the tsunami came in? T'as-tu vu ça le whirlpool? Ce qui dit, il y a en fait un nucléaire en dessous de la mer. C'est en plein ça. That's right what you said. And you don't even have internet right here.
No, they tell me this stuff themselves. I don't even have cable. I don't watch CNN or anything. They tell me this stuff.
You don't have no news. You don't.
No, they tell me this stuff daily. Like there's so much stuff. There's so much
He
stuff
knows
to tell you
everything
guys.
about that.
I have so much stuff to tell you guys. Hillary Clinton sits in the seat next to me and tells me stuff, right? And I'm like, what are you telling me this stuff for? I don't even want to be here, you ugly woman. Leave me alone. I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to discuss things with you. You're disgusting. You watched that innocent child
meant
die
to,
on
huh?
video. You watched all those poor hookers get bonked with a hammer, except for the one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate them. I hate them so bad.
Borobudur temple.
Ah, I've never seen that before. I'm surprised I never heard of this.
That was under ashes for so many years from the volcano. They discovered it like 100 years ago.
Wow. So Muammar Gaddafi is not dead, by the way, you guys. Muammar Gaddafi is not dead. That was a clone that you guys seen die on that video.
Where?
Muammar Gaddafi,
Yeah.
he's not dead. No,
Yes.
he's not dead.
Yes, thank you. Fuck.
They cut his clone. They cut his clone off the hairline, right? They showed me the whole prep for it and everything.
Gaddafi is still alive.
He is. He's
He is alive, man.
Yeah. They said
Thank you.
They said he's living in Gaza now. I guess he has ties in Gaza. They like him.
Gaza?
Yep, Gaza, like the side of Israel there, Gaza Strip.
Yes, each of them.
Oh, I've seen this.
Got
Yeah.
a Buddha in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Everywhere.
I've seen this place.
Yeah.
I watched Channel 46 about a history channel about
See
it
the
once.
Buddha in
Yep.
there? Awesome.
I like to visit these places, but after
Wait. Okay, Gaddafi, yeah.
once I get world known
You
and
seen
stuff,
him
which I
die?
don't even want.
You seen him die?
Oh yeah.
You wanna see him on the YouTube?
Who?
Gaddafi.
Oh no. I've seen
No?
him enough.
Okay.
I used to call him Uncle Mo when I was a kid, man.
Is he a
I'm
good
not
guy?
familiar
Is he a
with
good
these
guy?
guys.
Is he?
He was actually somewhat nicer than the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
But he had to keep up the exterior that he was just as evil as the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
But he'd been hanging around with me since I was a little kid, watching me make these amazing songs out of thin air, right? Actually, a song I made about him for Prince called it was called Raspberry Beret. He wore a raspberry beret, right? That's the song. It's about Muammar Gaddafi. He loved it. He's sitting there in the crowd behind the hockey boards going. He does flamenco dancing and everything. He used to hang around there with me, asking me how he should do stuff.
Wow.
He says he wanted to talk the Americans for a military vehicle, a Humvee, right? So he says, Donnie, I have so much money. With his harsh accent, right? He goes, I have so much money. What the vehicle do I make? And it's like, I don't know, make something better than what they got, right? And you're trying to talk them. And he's like, I put the Lamborghini engine in the Bronco. Go faster than any Humvee, right? So I was like, cool. And then he's showing me this car. And, man, showed me it at the cloning station. So I'm like, how did this get here, right? And probably wasn't even a real one. It was probably just skeleton of it or something. Anyways, so yeah, he was there. The whole Lockerbie thing, you know, the Lockerbie bombings in England.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be there hanging with Elizabeth, right? Because of that. They're supposed to hate each other, right? So I don't even know the date that happened, but he was hanging there before that. So you think he would be scared of the clone station to do this bombing? And I was just looking, the light went out. I thought he would be scared to do the bombing, afraid of clone torture and stuff. But if they clone tortured him, he would tell the world, right?
Yeah.
And so you had them there. Also, they had, I'll just tell you, it's kind of gross. They had one of his really, really close friends imprisoned there, right? I guess he gets kind of fruity with them sometimes, right? And he wanted him back really bad.
Okay.
So he said, if you don't let me have him back, I'm going to keep on bombing, and I'm going to tell the world about cloning. They'll all pounce on you, and they might pounce on me too, but they'll get you too. And I'm getting my friend back, and you better give him back. And they gave him back. And everybody was like, oh my God, why are you giving him back? And they're like, we just have to for international. No, it was so he didn't talk about cloning. But I'm talking about it now. So, also another thing, they say that I'm going to be regarded as the Antichrist for telling people about this and possibly ending the world and stuff. It's not like that though. They say out there, they stopped calling me the Antichrist because I'm basically a pretty nice guy. They watch me in life doing stuff and they know everything I've ever done or who I know, and they say, he's a pretty nice guy.
You have something to hide?
No, nothing. They know everything about me. They shot me up with sodium pentothal. Said, tell us your deepest, darkest secrets.
What about that surgeon, the guard there?
Which guard?
That Stephen there talk about? There's a guy.
Oh, the commissioner.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Where is he?
He's down at the emergency room hospital in Halifax. He lives in Halifax somewhere. I mean, I wanted to go down and get him a few times, but then I'm gonna be in a jail cell if I do that. And the man's 60 years old.
No, I just want to.
So I'll get him better. This man's been chasing. This guy's been chasing me around this place since I was 5 years old. Well, maybe 6 years old. But he's pretty retarded.
If he gets in contact with you, you tell the cop or him, or you tell me you try to get in contact with me.
Well, he never comes up to me in real life.
My number is 888-8000, okay?
Okay, I'll write it down.
888-8000. In New Brunswick, 506-888. Just remember 8000.
888-8000?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not hard to remember.
No.
506 area code, alright.
Alright, that's, you'll reach me right away.
Oh, after I posted something on Steven's site about Phil Reese.
Yeah.
Phil Reese is his name. He's like the boogeyman. He's the person that they use, one of them, to put the fear.
He's like a puppet there. Or
Well,
he's-
even more than that with him.
Yeah.
He's like Mr. Gross. He's the boogeyman to all the kids there that puts the fear into the kids, right? And sometimes the kids' parents are there with them.
Wow.
And
And they go
sometimes
back in
they're not.
life and they make that.
Oh, yeah.
They make that in real life. They go to school, those kids. They go back to school
Yeah.
and what they see in their dream, in their REM,
Yeah.
they make that suffer in school.
Yes, it messes them up bad. There's all kinds of side effects. They never said a lot about it because they don't want other people, the parents there.
What about the artists?
Artists?
Artists. You know the kids, there's a lot of autists.
Oh, autism?
Yeah, autism.
Yeah, sometimes they cause that. Just going to cloning causes you some kind of damage because when you go there.
But
too
those
many-
kid artists, they must be going there all the time.
Well, no, sometimes they're just born like that, and
Yeah.
they're actually talking. They were because people were saying they were concerned that they might want to leave if they're getting damaged from being clones, right? Going in our REM, because people when they go there for too long, they start to turn squirrely.
Yeah.
Like earlier on, like man, so many people, and
I know.
some of these artists here that not the autism people, but the artists. I call them artists.
Yeah.
They're basically rip-off artists.
Yeah, they're all.
I called
Eminem,
some of the
Rihanna,
some of the-
Lady Gaga, and
some of the black guys there.
what
I
about
called them,
okay?
I
There's
called them
one.
rappers.
There's one. Tupac.
Tupac. Yeah.
What happened to Tupac?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you the straight skinny on that. It's real cut and dry, short story. They started making like a mock fight to gain publicity on each other, right?
Yeah.
Just to make themselves something to talk about. And then it escalated, and then they're calling each other bitches and this and that, and they're making raps about each other, and then it escalated. But it was just supposed to be a fake thing,
Yeah.
and then I guess that Tupac guy did bang his wife and all, and that got personal, I guess. So anyway, the first person to throw bullets was the fat guy. He had Tupac guy shot. He was saying at the cloning station at the time, because they were talking about it a lot, right? And I was just glad they were talking to them and not me this time, right? Because they focus on me all the time. I'm so sick of talking to them, man. Oh my God, every day. Oh my God, about anything. So Biggie's there. He's like, "Oh, shoot him, blah, blah, blah," right? And they're like, "You can't shoot him. He makes us too much money. You shoot him, you're dead," right? He goes, "All right, I won't shoot him then." Then he hasn't shot. Because probably following Momar's example, Momar said, "Fuck you guys, right? I'll blow up stuff and tell people," and he stood his ground, right? And then they caved. So this guy, he's not nothing though. He's just a rapper, right? Rap artist, they like being called, but he's just a rapper, and so he had Tupac shot. He had Tupac shot, and then they brought him there, and they said, "You did that, didn't you?" "I don't have nothing to do with it," and they shot him up with truth serum. "Yeah, I shot them." Yep. And then after that, he's off of it, and then he says, "Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just I don't know my pride, my honor, and stuff." And then he's trying to get out of it with words. They said, "No, you're gonna die. We're gonna come up and shoot you tomorrow." And he actually went. I think he said there he's gonna go get a tattoo, or they got him when he went to a tattoo parlor or something.
Yeah.
He got in his car and they wanted to shoot him. I think they put it in the movie. They wanted to shoot him in the eye for some reason. I don't know why.
For the all-seeing eye.
Probably just they love the symbolism, right? Prince Charles says even the ram on Ram truck is a symbolism of a satanic thing, right?
I guess so.
And I was like, and they're like the Zion in the Olympic thing.
Yeah.
They're like, Donnie, you can't escape the symbolism though.
That's
Because
true.
I'm always telling
That's
them
so.
their goat-headed devil god is silly.
Well,
right?
that's so Zion.
Yeah, it is Zion. They showed me it on the big screen there. And I'm like,
Wow,
why would you
man.
do that? And they're like, it's London Olympics. And I'm like, and Prince Charles says, but Dawn, you can't escape the symbolism, Dawn. Right? And I said, but you make the symbolism. It's not like it's magically appearing and it's like a sign from the nether.
You know, Prince Charles is doing the weather station. He's announcing the weather station.
I didn't know.
Right today there.
I hate him bad.
He came online there. That guy doesn't laugh. He's always watch this, man.
Oh, he's seen a lot of murders. He's seen a lot of people get killed. I did too.
Jeez.
I have to
All
stay.
you're saying is true, man.
I have to stay normal. See, watching those hookers get killed that time.
With that guy that in Alberta there,
Yeah,
a Picton.
yeah, they videotaped it. He killed them in the same room every single time. Picture this, okay? This is a perfect room to tell you about this. I don't even know what the guy's house looks like, right? Never watched none of it because I couldn't. It'd make me sick. I'd start getting nauseous and shake and stuff whenever I watched it. Anyway, the room is like this. There's a camera in the corner of this room, right? Up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Bed here, small end table with a little wooden chair,
Yeah.
and then there's a picture on the wall over here, right? And the door's right there. Bring the hooker in every single time, right? It's terrible. Terrible. Messing me up. This is why Britney Spears went, A bunch of other ones went crazy too, but they just stayed in the house so that they wouldn't go freaky in public like Britney Spears. This messed a lot of people there up. They stopped showing people this, that kind of stuff, except for a certain group of them. They would only bring certain ones there to view this stuff. He would bring them in the room. Oh my god. And he used a ball-peen hammer because he said, because they used to bring him to the cloning station too. And but they had to bring him on the second night because if they brought him the same night, he was too excited and he would ramble on. So they bring him on the second night after he murdered the hooker, I guess. You bring him in. It was like clockwork every time. Bring him in. He had a roll of plastic underneath of the bed, right? So it would just roll up. Bring him in. There was a picture on the wall right here. Nice big picture, big frame, right? He said, "Check out this picture over here. My brother painted this picture for me." And he'd come over. Check this out. This is how he murdered all these women, pretty much. He'd stand here, put his arm around them or something, and he'd reach in back of his belt, right?
Hold on. Let me film that. I want to film this. Okay.
He'd reach in back of his belt. Go. He'd reach in back of his belt. He'd say, "Look at this picture. My brother painted this for me." And then when they're like, "Oh, it's a beautiful painting," he'd reach in back of his belt, pull out the ball-peen hammer with no claw because it can hook on clothing and maybe kill him. He'd haul it back and crack them over the head with the hammer as hard as he could. Now, everybody's sitting there at the clone station watching this. People are freaking out. Some people saying, "I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave. I can't watch this." The celebrities are allowed to leave. I wasn't. And the other slavish people, they weren't allowed to leave either. And they had to sit there and watch. Elizabeth would sit right down next to me and nudge me if I looked away from the screen. And she said she wanted me to see the evil that men do, and she wanted me to be strong-minded and this and that, but they were always causing a detriment in my life, so it's not like they were trying to make me strong or anything. They were actually just trying to mess me up because I'm normal people and they're just corrupt and cold, man. It's they try to outdo each other there with their evil acts, right? And whoever can do the most evil stuff is like the coolest, right? And then they talk about it there to them. And all these celebrities, it's the celebrities' fault, really. Because all the politicians, they're showing off for the celebrities that are there. And then the celebrities there feel like they're semi-world leaders because they talk to these people about all of their processes and policies and stuff, and they try to put their 2 cents in, right? And say Brad Pitt, oh, he's there. He beat the shit out of me there, just for a joke, right? He talks to them there.
We're gonna finish soon, and we will come back.
He talks to them there about world policy and stuff and what people